What's up, guys? Let me lower this down a little bit. Well, we got ourselves a ball game in Clemson, South Carolina. Sharman's been lights out impressive. I mean, he's made a few mistakes, right? But to be honest, like, he's really minimized the damage, and he really doesn't make a ton of mistakes. I mean, I think right now the Georgia Tech hitters they know Sharman throws strikes. So the game plan is going to be, we can't fall behind. You get a good pitch hit, you got to swing. I do think Georgia Tech's hitters right now are being a little too aggressive, like swinging at pitches, fringe parts of the zone. Avicula swings at an off-speed pitch there down out of the zone. So what they have to understand is that Sharman, while he does throw a ton of strikes, he really doesn't have wipeout stuff. You know, he's got a good changeup. He's got decent off speed, but nothing really sticks out. It's not like he doesn't have what I would consider a plus pitch. So even if you do fall behind to 2 strikes, fastball's low 90s. It does have some ride, but still, you know, it's not 95, 96 like they have been facing. So you can get to 2 strikes and just fight. So I think, you know, what you're doing, and the thing with a guy like Sharman, the reason guys like Sharman are so effective is because hitters know he's going to get ahead of you. So if you get a good pitch to hit, you got to swing. And if you're not getting hits, those are quick innings. You know, he's had some long innings, but he's also had some very, very fast innings. And his pitch count's pretty low right now, heading into the bottom half of the 5th. So let's look at some scores around the league and around college baseball right now. USC stays undefeated. Where's the Texas score? Texas has taken the lead against Ole Miss in the top of the 5th, 4-3. LSU is losing to Vanderbilt right now, 10-7. LSU is in panic mode right now. And I told you guys that before the series started. I said, listen, the stuff I'm seeing coming out of LSU's camp, if I'm an LSU fan, I'm worried, because that is not the type of stuff that you want coming out of camp, or coming out from, you know, players writing notes to each other about how good they are. I get it. You know, it's encouraging, but that is not what you want to hear if you're an LSU fan. That is not what you want to hear. And listen, Loy's pitched lights out so far. You know, he's got burned a few times. I think the fly ball to right, I could not believe that got out when I saw it. But really, he's made just a couple mistakes. Is Sharman the best ACC pitcher this year, in your opinion? I don't think so. I think, listen, stats-wise, he may end up being one of the best pitchers in the ACC, right? He's a very good college arm. Nothing sticks out about him. He's got a little bit of a weird arm angle where he gets like some ride and some run on his fastball, but it's low 90s. He's really good at pitching to the fringe parts of the zone, but I think there's better pitchers. Like, I think Wes Mendez at Florida State is better. I think Renfroe at Virginia Tech is better. Knock, I think, has the stuff to be better. He just hasn't pitched very well this year. He's got a ton of strikeouts, but he's given up a bunch of runs too. But, you know, Loy's sitting at 66 pitches here, 1 out in the 5th. Like, he's in really good shape pitch count-wise right now. Little Nico. But you know what's really sticking out with Georgia Tech's offense so far this weekend is Alex Hernandez. He does not look great at the plate this weekend. And Burris hasn't looked great today. He looked great yesterday, but both of them are I think Burris is getting too big now. He hit 2 home runs yesterday, and like everything looks like it's, you know, he's trying to go deep, which when he's locked in, he can do that, but he's underneath everything and out front on the off speed. And then Hernandez is just like, I think Hernandez, right-handed hitters need to scoot up on the plate against Sharman. He's just painting outside corners. He's not really commanding the inside fastball. Scoot up on the plate, turn that outer third fastball into a middle fastball, if you're a right-handed hitter. And I would scoot up on the plate if I'm a lefty too, because now it's going to force him out of the zone away. What's your advice to Burris if you're in that clubhouse right now? Is it just settle in? Yeah, I think it's just like chill. You know, we got 2-run lead right now. You don't need to hit a home run with every swing. Just be you. Kyle, I'm at the local neighborhood bar. Can't be very active tonight. I sent ACC baseball buzz in my stead. Nice. I'm waiting for Canes to hop in here, but Miami went down against Duke tonight 4-0. They got shut out, and he sent me a screenshot of the box score. They had more errors. Miami had more errors than hits. So the Canes boys are down bad right now. Thanks, Wally Ballard. Heard Phyllis will be joining us later. Oh, wow. Don't tell Dusty. I'm trying to get Dusty will be in here soon, I think. Canes is a fraud. Got smoked by UVA in basketball today. Yeah, the Canes Nation is down bad right now. Canes Nation is down bad right now. I can't imagine. There's probably a post-game space that Canes is like hosting right now, and it is probably a firestorm in there. You think Tehran is a firestorm right now? That Miami Hurricanes baseball post-game space is probably just as bad or worse. Need Pie Gal to join. She'll join from Panama at some point. But see, the thing you like about Dylan Loy is he's not nervous at all right now. Like, he's pitched in some massive games. Like, he's not phased at all in this atmosphere. But you can see now Clemson's hitters are starting to kind of, I think at this point you got to start getting someone in the bullpen warm. You got to get someone in the bullpen hot because they are seeing his stuff more. They're seeing his stuff better. And he's leaving stuff up. Like that slider right there's a fine pitch, but everything's up. Speaking of Panama, does Dubon, the Big D, make the opening day roster? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. I don't know how well he's doing. Dubon's like I would say he's an average defender at short. His arm strength's he kind of throws cutters. But he's a good hitter, man. He was always a good hitter. But I don't really pay attention to Major League Baseball that much anymore, so I don't know how he's done recently. Like, you could be like, Kyle, he's been terrible the last 2 years, and I had no idea. Got to be really careful. I got to stay away to purify here. See, I don't like these back foot sliders to purify. Hit a bomb today against the Yankees. Nice. Yeah, he can hit. He's got sneaky pop for a guy his size. He's not a very big dude, but he's got bat speed, man. Unfortunately, yeah, you can't eat this if you're watching the game right now. They got some barbecue from the right field Cajun Cafe, and tough to eat that while you're doing a broadcast. And Ramsey's coming out in 0-2. Mason Patel is getting warm. Caden Gaudette is, I guess they have been throwing. Certainly they would already be throwing if you felt like, hey, we got to get guys warm. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Dylan Loy is in an 0-2 count, and he has been taken out of the game, and Mason Patel is coming in. Wow. Weird. This is very strange. I'm trying to figure out why Patel here, because Patel's probably, maybe you could say his second best pitch is the slider, but he's a changeup guy. And you're probably coming with an off-speed pitch here, 0-2. like if I'm Purify, I'm just sitting off speed and just fight. I still got to be able to fight a fastball off, but I'm just sitting off speed here. This is a very weird moment. I don't know what you guys think about this. 0-2 count, pitching change. Where's Dusty at when you need him? I need his feedback right now. And and Dusty did say he figured he was coming out. Yeah, Dusty, I need to tell him get in the stream. Dusty's got question marks right now. Kyle, why are you censoring Canes and Dusty in the chat? I'm not. Canes, I mean, go to Twitter right now. I guarantee Canes is in some kind of, let's see. Canes is in the post-game Miami space right now, or he's literally just like, so Miami scored 0 runs. They had 2 hits and they made 3 errors. Duke had 6 hits and scored 4 runs. So Miami's pitching staff took care of business, but yes, this is a strange move. I mean, we'll see how it pays off. But God, my contact is killing me. Phyllis can't get in either. Strange. She'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Patel's a weird move here. I just don't know. He's like the exact same pitcher as Loy, but from the right side. And you have a guy at the plate that's not really a double play candidate. Purify can really run. Do you think you see a right-on-right changeup here? Okay. I mean, you had to know that was coming if you're Purify. I don't know. Like, did Purify think that they brought in Mason Patel to blow a fastball by him 0-2? Great. I mean, perfectly located changeup. It's a strike if he takes it. So not like it was an easy one to hit, but like you have to realize if you're Purify, like get on the plate and just hunt an off-speed pitch there. Like, I think if you're Clemson's hitters against Patel, you're just sitting off speed. Like, the fastball is just a show pitch. He's going to throw it maybe once, maybe twice in an at-bat if it goes deep. But you're going to get a ton of changeups and a ton of sliders. Very similar to Dylan Loy. But, wow, Ramsey's move pays off right there. I've never seen that before. I've never seen an 0-2 pitching change. Wow, and he does get the fastball swung over top. It had a little sink on it. Now you just go down and away changeup and get the chase, right? You just can't hang it. You cannot leave it in to a left-handed hitter. You throw that middle of the plate or away. Wow, the shift almost. I'm also. That could have been bad there. I mean, our shifts sometimes to me are a little bit much, man. Like routine ground balls, we have to make like really good plays. Wow, that great move there, though. I guess never seen that before in my life. Let's go, Patel. Yeah, Patel, great. I mean, Patel came in and looked like old Patel from last year. But wow, that was a strange inning right there. Holy cow. All right, let's catch up on some of these other scores here. I think Canes is literally like, I think he may be in a ditch somewhere. All right, so Florida State waxed Wake Forest 10-0. Complete game by Wes Mendez. Tennessee beats Georgia Friday night 7-4. So Georgia's first test in SEC play, 4 runs scored. Offense got stifled. Kentucky beat Alabama. Florida and South Carolina are tied in the 10th, 0-0. What the? In this era of college baseball, it's a 0-0 game in the 10th? Holy cow. Well, Florida does have bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 10th. So that game could be over here very soon. But wow, that's amazing. Auburn's only beating Missouri 2-0, top of the 8th. Arkansas beating Mississippi State in the bottom of the 8th, 4-2. UT Arlington is stomping UTSA 11-4. Vanderbilt and LSU are in the 6th. Vandy's up 10-7. Texas beating Ole Miss 4-3. A&M beating Oklahoma 5. We got a lot of tight games right now. Georgia Tech 4-2 over Clemson. We got some really tight games. USC stays undefeated. They stopped Northwestern 15-1. Yeah, I've never seen that in my life. The 0-2 pitching count, the 0-2 count pitching change. But Patel came in and just pumped in perfect pitches. Sharman still in for Clemson. Pitch count still pretty low in the 6th, 78 pitches. So if you're Georgia Tech, you know, you would hope that by the end of this is his last inning. Excuse me. Kent Schmidt leading it off. You want to have some long at bats here. Kent Schmidt definitely a candidate to do that. But I would get on top of the plate if I'm a left-handed hitter against Sharman and just like force him away from me. Back-to-back little sliders. Swings right through it. I can't believe Kent Schmidt's not on the slider at this point. Third time through the order. 3 straight. Still not on it. Phyllis made it. Can you shout out Phyllis? It's her birthday. What's up, Phyllis? Am I not seeing the chat? Well, how do I know Phyllis made it? Oof. So 4 sliders and a curveball for Sharman to Kent Schmidt right now. Yeah, that was in. It was a good pitch. I mean, good pitch, but it was in. Went around the plate. And then you throw a fastball. It's that's a great first at bat though for Georgia Tech. You got 6 pitch at bat with a base hit. But you're going to see, I mean, you're going to see a ton of breaking balls now. Like Sharman's velocity is down now. He's last fastball that Schmidt hit was 88. Like he's not going to be showing a bunch of fastballs now. Predictions for the Zuckerman Revenge Tour in Pitt next weekend, calling 8 for 15 with 2 nukes and 2 hit by pitches. Could be. And you're going to see a mound visit here, probably from Jimmy Bellinger. Yeah, old Jimmy. One of the best pitching coaches in the country. Everywhere he's been, the pitching has been lights out. Back in his Florida State days, pitching was unbelievable. His whole time at Clemson, pitching's been great. And he will get in the pitchers' faces. You can see him right there like, let's go. Keep us at 2 runs. Keep us behind 2 runs. Don't let them get it. Don't let them get any more. And this is why it was so weird last night that Legurnick went so long when you're down by 8, 9 runs. I did not get why they used Legurnick so much. Nice to see Patel again. Nancy, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. That is a very, very fanned glove. Oh, man. And Zuckerman just missed that. He's not getting another fastball. Not after that swing. Can't watch game, just following score on GT app. Nice. Oh, my. And then oh, gosh, he did get another fastball right down the middle. Had to be guessing there. There's no other way you can take that pitch. Great approach there by Zuckerman. That's exactly where he needs to be. Fight off the fastball. Be ready for a changeup or a slider. I can't imagine they're throwing another fastball here. And 2 long at bats, the first 2 hitters for Georgia Tech, exactly what you'd want. Now he's at 90 pitches still with no outs. Hey, Pi Gal, hope Panama's nice. Yeah, good changeup out front, underneath. And Kent Schmidt steals second. Good job by Clemson shortstop there. He knew he knew the throw was just absolutely zooed and just acted like he was still catching the ball. What's your read on the Cal Raleigh situation? Explain it to me, ACC baseball buzz. Condo on the beach this week, enjoying life. Wow. Hi, gal, kicking her legs back a little bit. Kicking her legs up, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong way. And Baker is just kind of down to the ball and pull heavy right now. And he needs, if he's going to do that, he's got to get on top of the plate. Because he gets a slider away, he's just done. Explain the Cal Raleigh situation to me, ACC baseball buzz. Man, and he got a hanger and just missed it. Wow. He got a ball that he can hit a long way and just swung underneath it. He was late on it. Yeah, he just kind of got fooled a little bit there. Yeah, and Sharman, I mean, if you're Georgia Tech, hey, you're happy to see this guy leave. Great outing for Sharman. You know, outside of a few mistakes, he did a great job. I mean, him and Loy, very similar games. And both of those starting pitchers were transfers from Tennessee. And they're both starting on Saturday for top 10 teams in the country. Did Tennessee have some arms last year? Wow. All right, let's look at some scores here. See if we got any updates. See if Florida did end up beating South Carolina in the 10th, 1-0. Frank Anderson, low-key, the goated recruiter. Not just goated recruiter, but goated developer, pitch caller, pitching coach. And that was kind of my biggest question mark for Tennessee was losing. Here he is. Canes made it. Was losing Frank Anderson because, I think it was very understated the impact he had at Tennessee. You know, I mean, Vitello and Elander got most of the kind of the hype as they should have, but Frank Anderson was 50%, 33% of that equation. And so losing him is a huge loss. Darkness is back. Canes, yeah, hey, man. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough loss, but, you know, like I said, you got to stay positive. You know, we're on to the next game. It's not about Friday. It's about the series. But certainly, you know, Canes offense did not look great. Defense did not look great. So, yeah, I mean, Canes, were you in the were you in the post-game space? Was there a post-game space tonight, or did they not even have one because of how down bad everybody is? South Carolina was throwing a no-hitter with 2 outs in the 9th as a team. And now Derek Williams is likely out for 2 months. Our best hitter, same injury as last year, hamate injury. Holy cow. Did he not have surgery last year? Did he not get the hamate removed? Caleb Daniel pinch hit for Brocious. I wonder if we're going to see that more this year as we get in ACC play as kind of a platoon there with Caleb Daniel and Parker Brocious. We're on the ropes. It's certainly getting, you know, I would be getting a little bit worried. Caleb Daniel takes a fastball right down the middle, 1-0. I'm not sure. I just don't get that. I don't understand how hitters do that. In this situation, runner on second. And he is way underneath. I will say this. Like, Caleb Daniel, to me, is very pitchable. I'm not going to say it on the stream, but, like, there's some quadrants of the zone where you can throw a certain pitch, and he has no chance. And that's not where you throw him. You don't throw him down and in sliders. That's right in his honey hole. And now you got Carson Curse, the best 9-hole hitter in the country. And I need to text Ramsey after the game and say, tell Will Baker to stop sliding straight in head first to home plate. He did, but this man just threw a 95-mile-an-hour ball at his hand. Well, then you don't know if it's a hamate. Did they say something's broken? Siskar gave up 4 runs, but the bullpen was shut down. But you can't win, man, with 2 hits. Like, that is embarrassing, man. Yeah, you can't. You can't. Florida actually might have won with 2 hits tonight in the 10th against South Carolina. A 0-0 in the 10th. This kid pitching for Clemson, you got to get on top of his fastball. You got to think swing down. Not your app and what you're watching on the same time sync, but man, we need a hit now. Yes. Kyle, you're very passionate about sliding into home plate. Well, if you're going to slide, like slide outside of home plate and like, throw your hand in. Don't just dive straight into it. Curveball's sharp, but looks like they're picking it up pretty quickly. See Kennesaw State Game 3 in 2021, a sound that is still my ringtone. Yeah. You're right. You're right. That's right. Don't let anyone tell you I don't get on umpires, okay? Oh, but Canes, did they release that Derek Williams had some kind of broken thing in his hand? And that breaking ball is sharp, but it is also dangerous because it is... The catcher's having trouble getting to this ball. I think 2-2, you're going to see fastball here. Wow, he's throwing a breaking ball again. He's not throwing it for a strike. I mean, it's almost like if you're a hitter and you see spin, you just take it unless it's just really hung because it's not going to be a strike. All right, now you can't hunt fastball here. You got to fight. You cannot think you're getting a fastball, even if you probably are. I'm just assuming because he was taken out of the game. Good pitch, probably off the plate, but might get called strike 3. It's definitely off the plate. Bottom of the zone. Maybe down a little bit down below the zone and off the plate. Well, yeah, I mean, trust me, getting hit in the hand does not feel good, or the wrist area in general. But there is a chance he's okay. You know what they say about assuming, Canes. That's true. Yeah, the TV is behind the app. Okay. Let me check my... Yeah, I'm live. All right, don't be spoiling anything, Nancy. All right, so Florida did end up winning, but I've never seen I don't think I've seen a 0-0 game amongst like really good teams, or at least one really good team in, since the balls became juiced. Panic time in the 305. I was expecting 6-0, and there's a real chance for 1-5 in ACC play. Certainly, if the bats are swinging it like that, Canes, yeah, I mean, there is a chance for sure. Because that was kind of like that was like the signature of the team through those first however many games up until Florida was that the offense was just unreal, and the offense has really cooled off. Mississippi State, Arkansas are tied in the 9th, 4-4. A&M's beating Oklahoma 5-4. Texas is up on Ole Miss 4-3. Vanderbilt is beating LSU in the top of the 8th, 10-7. Arkansas State is beating Southern Miss 8-3. Auburn up 2-0 on Missouri in the 8th. Kentucky beats Alabama 7-4. I will. I know you won't, Nancy. And if Patel can throw every fastball right there at the kneecaps, he'll be fine. Like his issue early in the year was everything was like belt high. And the sinker's not going to play as much. Tennessee won 7-4 against Georgia, Nancy. And we're shifted again. I mean, it's... Listen, I'm all for shifting, but I think, like, in my opinion, the shifts are a little overdone. Like, I'm seeing a lot of games where the shifts are just, like, giving up hits. That still would be a tough play for a shortstop, but he's got a chance. If you're at normal positioning. Can you talk to the crowd about your experience in 2019 with the Kylo Ren likeness, specifically with what happened in Salt Lake? Yeah. Bucky, what's up, man? Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, in Salt Lake, they had almost every park I played in 2019 or whenever the movie came. It wasn't 2019, it was 2018 when that movie had come out. Instead of my picture on the scoreboard, it would be Kylo Ren's picture. And then I struck out like my first at bat in Salt Lake. Oh, he definitely went. I struck out and they played the scene on the scoreboard where like Kylo Ren starts like hitting everything with his lightsaber because he's mad. And all I could do was laugh because I didn't let things rile me. That was kind of my superpower. And so I was just like, yeah, I mean, I struck out. Whatever. But it was funny. I did have a really drunk fan in Memphis, like really, really cussing at me. Like, you effing killed Han Solo, you MFer. Like, I was like, bro, I did not do that. And I got so many, like, I had so many comments that season from fans saying stuff like that I just put in my Twitter bio for a long time, like, did not kill Han Solo. Because I would never do that. But yeah, Georgia's first test of the year is a loss. So now we get to see if Patel can be 2025 Patel. Long relief guy out of the bullpen that can just shut teams down. And that's two. Big time. Big time. Great play by Zuckerman. Zuckerman's really impressed me with how quick he can get rid of the ball to second. Great feed. Great throw by Vincula. Why is it Vincula covering there? That was at Vincula, right? Why is he covering second? Why is it Vincula covering second on a ground ball to third? Well, if you ground into a lot of double plays, all of a sudden it's no longer a bug. It's kind of a feature, right? And Patel's really commanding his stuff bottom of the zone right now. Like this is when he's very good and very tough, is when everything is like thigh high or lower. He's very tough. I don't want to mess around here. You can't walk this guy and bring the tying run to the plate. You just gotta you gotta throw something in the zone here. Yeah, all three changeups in the exact same spot. And now you're kind of in a trap, right? Because this was something like the Atlanta Braves specifically in pitching development would call the 2-2 trap, which is if you do throw an off speed, if you don't want to walk the guy, you almost have to throw a fastball 3-2. Now, you don't have to, but if you throw a fastball 2-2, then in 3-2, you can kind of do what you want, right? And you see there, like, Patel throws a fastball 3-2 because he went changeup in a row. And so the Braves would always teach their pitchers, at least back in the day, like 2-2, we're going to go fastball. We're going to go fastball, not down the middle, but we're going to try to go in. So if we do want to go off speed 3-2, we can. Yeah, great at bat by Jarrell. Just didn't have, and just bad pitches from Patel there. You get ahead 0-2, and you throw basically 4 non-competitive pitches. And by that, I mean, Gerald never even really, he didn't even attempt to swing at them. And then he fought off the fastball 3-2. So 4 out of 5 pitches were just really non-competitive, non-decision pitches. And by a decision pitch, I mean, the hitter's forced to make a decision, right? It's not an auto take out of the hand. Big H, welcome back, man. Canes, on a scale of 1 to 10, how panicked are you right now? You haven't lost the series, but it doesn't look good, man. Yeah, he's panicked, Big H. Big H with the big dub tonight over Wake Forest. Florida State looked great, man. Holy cow. 0-2, 1-2 to Gerald. What are you throwing? Well, 0-2, I don't mind the changeup. That's fine. Like, 0-2, you don't want to give him anything. You want to throw a chase pitch. 1-2, you can throw a chase pitch. But 2-2, I think you got to mix it up. You either go slider or fastball. But I understand with fastball Patel, it's not like, it's not a pitch you're hoping to get a swing and miss with typically. But when you go change up, 3-2, you're kind of forced to throw a fastball. And a hitter that knows how to think at the plate can probably assume that. So, Big H, not a good day for y'all at the basketball game as well. Better rebound baseball because I want a ranked top 10 matchup when we play each other. Yeah, they're going to have to rebound to get back in the top 10 for baseball. Big H, they're going to have to go on a run. And Patel's just he's got to fix his release on the changeup. It's just a little too low right now. Phyllis wanted a slider there, 0-2. Good pitch. That's exactly where he needs to throw it. Good job. But you know what? So far, what you've seen out of Patel, really good sign. Second best Indian for Georgia Tech baseball last 5 years, for sure. Sanjay Sridhar, number 1. And I always wonder if I'm pronouncing the last name right. I definitely am not pronouncing it like in an correct Indian pronunciation, but maybe in an American English pronunciation, it's correct. Still waiting on that butter chicken, too. Been waiting for a while. Holy cow. Texas playing a little too close to my liking right now. Well, they're playing, Ole Miss is not like Ole Miss should be ranked. Let's just say it like it is. Ole Miss should be ranked. Ole Miss is a lot better than what they're currently not ranked as. Like, I think Ole Miss is probably should be ranked around 18 or 19, in my opinion. So, like, it's not like Texas is playing nobody. But you're ahead, and it's the top of the 8th, so. I'm a little new to baseball. Just started watching 3 seasons ago. So when we have a game like the Florida game, I tend to overreact. It's hard to remember. Baseball is so unpredictable. Yeah, it is. I mean, the casual college fan who loves college football, and it's no longer football season, and so oh, baseball's up. They're exactly right. Like, they go, oh, they lost a midweek game to some mid-major. They must be terrible. It's, football is a lot more or baseball is a lot more like basketball in a sense, where there's a ton of really good mid-major programs. And even if they're not as talented, they can beat you. And so when you're facing Florida in a midweek, it's like, you're throwing your midweek starter, which is pretty much your number 4 starter. And so anything can happen in a midweek because of that. You're not throwing your go-to guys, at least out of the jump as a starter. Now with the bullpen, you may get some of your really good guys in inning as a kind of a midweek bullpen. So Georgia Tech's bats here. Simerson's got some ride on this fastball. It's 91, 93. You cannot try to lift this. You got to try to hit a 5-foot high line drive. Little change up there, 2-0 to right on right change up there, 2-0 from Simerson. They should be for sure, high rule. There's no excuses, especially against these bums. Off the end. Burris got that off the end on the fastball. But you know what? When Drew Burris is 0 for and Alex Hernandez is 0 for the series, that's a big reason why Georgia Tech's offense is a little bit slower tonight, because those two guys, you know, they're the spark plugs of the offense. Hernandez came in hitting over 500, and he hasn't got a hit. That Mississippi State-Arkansas game was great. Is it over now? Who won? I know it was tied. Yeah, so Hernandez is 0 for 6. I don't like this matchup for him. Hernandez does have more of a vertical swing, and so if Simerson can just hammer the top of the zone with a fastball, it's going to be tough for Hernandez. And then he gets a hanger. Yeah, he's just not sure what he's looking for right now. He does not look confident with his approach. Feels like Hernandez and Lackey should flip in the lineup. I just don't think you're going to mess with Lackey with you have to think Hernandez will kind of figure it out here soon. I just don't think you want to do anything with Lackey right now. He's just lighting the world on fire. Just disappointing, and now it gives ammo to these football clowns who know nothing. This man doesn't help himself. Yeah. Arkansas won with the walk-off. Wow. So Dave Van Horn calling out his team worked, huh? Good layoff by Hernandez. And Hernandez he's really more of a swinger. And don't take that the wrong way. But he's not going to earn a lot of walks. He's got a great eye at the plate, but he likes to hit. Like he's not up there trying to walk. Safe. Yep. I was about to say, man, if you don't beat out a ball that shortstop bobbles, you are not running hard. And Clemson's defense has looked so sloppy this series. We'll see what it is. Yeah, and he's safe. Yeah, he's safe. You know who this pitcher is a great matchup for, or at least it's a good matchup for the hitter, is Will Baker. Will Baker will mash this guy if he faces him. Why is Drew struggling? I think he's just trying to he's trying to do a little too much tonight. He's trying to do a little too much tonight. Thought Drew would be the one on fire, not Lackey. Drew's been fine. He's been fine. But he's like last night, 2 home runs early this game. He looked like he was trying to hit number 3 and number 4 of the series. But he's fine. The walk-off was done by the statistically worst batter in the SEC. That's pretty bad. Good approach by Advincula. Clemson's fans are not liking the strike zone, but I'll say home plate umpire zone has been good. It's been good. Yeah, and that's in. I mean, that's like 4 inches inside. The TV angle made that look a lot closer than it was. Yep, ball 4. Good approach by Advincula there. Advincula really does have a leadoff hitter approach. Like, he's a leadoff hitter. He's just hitting 3-hole in this lineup. It's kind of interesting. And now you got to face Von Lackey. So happy for Lackey. Yeah, I mean, he's been... I tweeted out, I said, you know, is it possible to overdose on helium? Because Von Lackey's like about to break through the Earth's atmosphere. And it looks like they do not like this matchup for Lackey. This is a big situation. You know, this is 7th inning, couple runners on. What is probably right now the best hitter in Georgia Tech's lineup at the plate. Certainly over the last 20 plate appearances, Von Lackey's just been maybe the best hitter in the country. I'm going to make the move. I'm going to look at this Georgia-Tennessee box score. I just want to see if Georgia was able to hit, because obviously Georgia's leading the country in home runs by like a substantial margin. I think Georgia Tech's number 2 with 43. Like Georgia has like 61 or something. They did hit 1 home run. And then Tennessee, 3 home runs for Tennessee. So Tennessee, everyone's panicking about Tennessee, but right now Georgia's number 8 in the country. You're on the road, you win game 1 in the SEC. Huge strikeout for Texas. Let's see what's going on there. Speaking of that, puts me 1 game closer to my prediction. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It does. What was your prediction again, Big H? I got to look back in the Discord. Colby on it now. UJ will fall out of the top 25 3 weeks into conference play. Okay. So Big H is really liking that start in the Tennessee-Georgia series. There is a Discord. There is the Discord link. Georgia is massively overrated. I don't think they're massively overrated. I just think it's, you're going to expect some regression when their competition has been very, 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 very low. South Carolina lost their no-hitter with 2 outs in the 9th. Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. Nah, man, I wouldn't call it quite yet, Canes. If you get swept, then there's a big worry. All teams have slumps. Yep, true. On a different note, we drove by Rod Carew Stadium today. Nice. I've never been there. I've never been to Panama. Well, let's see what this guy's got. And you know why Lackey's having so much success? Not only is his swing path right now elite, but his approach at the plate has been elite. He's just not swinging at balls, and he's not missing the good pitches to hit. Wow. What are they doing going to second there? Clemson's shortstop's a problem, man. Only play you have there is the third base. You got to go third here. Yeah. Yeah, third base went to go get it too. Yeah. And then Kent Schmidt takes a fastball in the heart of the plate. Yeah, see, if the third baseman you still got to go. You still got to try, though. I don't know what Kent Schmidt's doing. Kent Schmidt just takes 2 fastballs, 0-2. Really bad. Really bad approach. Oh, my. Did Ken Schmidt do it? Oh, my. Ken Schmidt just, like, what do I know? What do I know? You take 2 fastballs in a row, and then you just hang a breaking ball. Ken Schmidt, first home run of the year. Wow. Kyle can attest April and May is where the real regular season tests are. 100%. I mean, LSU is a championship coach and a championship roster, and they're in a similar situation. Give them till 2-3 weeks into conference play and then blow the whistle. Yep. Agreed. Lick it. Nuke, lick it. Clemson, like it. Are you schmitting me? Yeah, that was, I mean, like, you talk about the first 2 pitches, you're like, what? Like, you get a fastball middle away, fastball in, you take both of them, and then you hang a breaking ball, and he just muscles it out. He was out front, but he just got it right on the barrel. Huge swing for Kent Schmidt. Wow. And that's a dagger for Clemson. Specifically when the guy's down 0-2 and you're like, hey, we might get out of this. Just as soon as Pie Gal commented on his bat. That's right. That was a Nancy call right there. We'll give that one to Nancy. We'll give that one to Nancy. And now you feel great about just leaving Patel in there for a couple more innings at least. Leadoff first, no outs for Texas. So leadoff hitter's on. Is that what you're saying, Hyrule? LSU takes the lead in the 8th by 2. LSU, man, hey, they were down, but their offense is coming to life. Their offense is starting to come to life a little bit. But think about that. Think about the error by Clemson there, right? How much different is that inning if the first batter doesn't reach by an error? It's just like we can harp on it all day, but the giving up free 90s, they always come back to haunt you in college baseball. Man, it took his time. I thought Baker might beat that out. But huge inning for Georgia Tech. No, I don't think you're going to pull Patel. I don't think Patel is necessarily as valuable 2 times on the weekend. I think Patel, you ride him one game, right? Because now you can ride him the rest of this game, and now your entire bullpen is ready to go for Sunday. I don't think you mess around unless he looks like he's getting in trouble. LSU's coming back, insane comeback. Was glad Loy's hitting a couple of batters didn't hurt us tonight. Yeah. WB's back, ladies and gentlemen, and Canes. So LSU has taken the lead 12-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Oklahoma and Texas A&M are tied in the bottom of the 6th. Texas still winning against Ole Miss. I think the runner's on second now, right, Hyrule? UCLA is up 4-2 on Michigan, bottom of the 4th. North Carolina up 1-0, 1-0, bottom of the 5th against Cal. Auburn is in a delay with Missouri up 2-0. UT Arlington is still beating UTSA 11-4. Coastal Carolina beat App State 10-0 or 10-6. And then all the rest of the scores you guys know. Oregon State's up 3-1 on San Diego, but who cares about that? This would be a great spot for Hetty to close it out. Canes is soft. Wow, Wiley Ballard coming in hot. And oh, wow, they do go to Gaudette. So, okay. I don't really understand that, but I thought Patel looked totally fine. Unless they're limiting Patel his first appearance back. which would I think that's the only reason you wouldn't throw him back out there. Am I the only one who doesn't like LSU's first baseman? Forgot his name, seen his body language in game, and he just appears to give negative energy to the team. Is that York? Does UGA play LSU this year? I don't know, Nancy. Wiley Ballard or ACC baseball buzz? Can we get a confirmation if Georgia plays LSU this year? Number 27. Oh yeah, is warming up for Clemson. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what his name is when he comes in. ACC baseball buzz, but nice attempt. There's a reason they call me ACC baseball buzz, Kylo. Yeah, runner stole second. Okay, lick it, WBE. Hey, don't go after Canes, man. Canes is the most dedicated member of this streaming community. Canes is ride or die. I will not take any hate on Canes. If you want to rib him a little bit, that's fine. But we don't go after Canes. He's one of us. And after Georgia Tech in this community, we're Miami fans after Georgia Tech. We were all hyping Miami last year in the Super Regional. And this is not what you want to see if you're Georgia Tech. Gaudette comes out 3 straight balls. I would be getting someone in the bullpen warm right now. If I was in the dugout, I would be saying, Matt, Rammer, we got to get someone warm. Like, we cannot wait around for a couple walks and then all of a sudden a 3-run jack, and now this is a game again. And he recovers. Great recovery there. Most dedicated, Canes? Yes. LSU UGA, second weekend in May. Thank you. Big H, yes, York. Thanks, I forgot. Dope name, but I want to know if anyone else has noticed that. Yeah, name is dope, but I've seen the same thing, Big H. Diamond baseball stats. How are we doing, Kyle? What's up, dude? If you guys don't know Diamond BB stats, check out the Twitter. Got an app. I don't think it's live yet, but it's like a live college baseball scores app, and it's going to be sick. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's live now, but go check that out, guys. It's really nice. Cad him Gaudette. He is the most dedicated member of Miami Athletics, maybe. Definitely is that too. You don't know Jack, Kyle. That's 2 plays in 5 minutes. What's 2 plays in 5 minutes? Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's 2 times I've been like, yeah, with Kent Schmidt, like, what are you doing? Then he hits a bomb. And then with Caden Gaudette, 3-0 to the first hitter and then gets him out. Don't see Canes answering questions in the chat. Just saying. Okay. Diamond Baseball Stats. Great to see you. Huge fan of the app. Yeah, it's sick. I was given early access to the app. Checked it out. It's really good. And, because one of my biggest gripes with D1 Baseball's score, and I love D1 Baseball, but if you check their scores online, a lot of times they're not like up to date. Like, you'll check it, and then you click on the actual game to check like the live update in the app, and it's like the score's totally different. Go to Diamond BB Stats on X, Hyrule, and you'll see it. It's called Diamond Stats. Diamond Stats. So I just don't like what I'm seeing from Gaudette. Okay, he did get out of that first at bat and you see Rammer, perfect. This is exactly what I want James Ramsey to do right here. Yeah, this is exactly what I want to. We just integrated with D1 Baseball to have some headlines and show player rankings. Super exciting. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Because I do think that's one thing with their scores on their site that can be better. Oh, so we're not making a change. Okay. Kane's maybe enjoying his Friday night, not on X. I don't have X. But dude, what are you? Hyrule. Are you a Zoomer, Hyrule? I've heard a lot of Zoomers don't have X. Like they look at X like millennials look at Facebook. It's like, I never get on Facebook. There's no worse criticism than self-criticism from fans that know the game and your fan base. We'll see at the end of the year, right, Canes? That's what we have to wait and see. What other fans say don't matter compared to what the real diehards are saying with the money. Hyrule is quite happy right now. Texas just won. Nice. Hyrule's feeling good. Undefeated still for Texas. And see, the reason I don't like what I'm seeing from Gaudette, guys, is he's like a lot of the strikes he's getting are chases. Like you see that 2-1 pitch, fastball out of the zone, should be a ball, gets a chase. So if you're relying on chases, that's not good. Forget about Hyrule. What does Ja Rule think? True. It's a good question. And so what you have from you have 3-ball counts to every hitter so far for Caden Gaudette, which is a red flag. Great backdoor slider. But see, like, this is why he's probably his only inning he's going to pitch if I'm head coach. Because you just can't rely on, all right, we're just going to keep winning 3-2 counts. The broadcaster's like, let's just challenge these guys. He's like, he threw a slider. That's not challenging a hitter in the 9-hole. Challenging a hitter in the 9-hole is you throw a fastball right down the middle, 3-2. Tate McKee, 3-pitch inning yesterday. Yeah, it was beautiful. Why did they decide to pitch Gaudette? Are they just seeing what bullpen can do? No, I think they're probably easing Patel back, and he was up and down twice, meaning he pitched in 2 different innings. So Matt Taylor probably doesn't want to push him too hard first time back in a couple weeks. And Gaudette had already been getting loose, so you're going to go with him. Do you think Wake is a worse team than originally thought, or FSU is better than they've shown, or a bit of both? It's hard to say, Big H, because, again, in college baseball, your team's going to have an off weekend. You can't really – we won't know for sure based on this weekend. Now, Florida State just run rule sweeps them every game. Maybe that's true that Wake's not as good as people think. I do think Wake is a good team. Yeah. Okay. Early conference play, because he's an animal Nance, early conference play means very little. Yeah. It's like there's like, and I always bring this up as an example, but NC State for the last like 5 or 6 years, NC State's kind of mantra is they look really bad early. And then they get in the second half of conference play and they have like 3 sweeps. They win every series. And all of a sudden they're like either hosting or a 2 seed. So, and Gaudette's throwing nothing but sliders. So if I'm a Clemson hitter, I'm just sitting slider. I'm not going to fall for I might get a fastball here. My take, Big H, winning is always good, but can't read into it too much. Yeah, you can't. Totally agree. Now, if you get 3 weekends in and you're still not looking great, the shift worked. Cade him Gaudette. I'll never forget, when people started shifting like crazy, was really in like 2017, 2018, near the end of my career. And Quentin Berry, I crushed a line drive right back up the middle, and the shortstop was just right there and just caught it, like didn't even have to move. And I get back in the dugout, and he's like, bro, that was a hit my entire career. Like that, he's like, That was a hit my entire career until right now. And so, when you do like McClatty right there, it's probably been a hit his entire career until he got to college, because you're trained as a hitter that like a perfectly hit pitch is like a line drive into center field, because you're just matching plane perfectly. But now with the shifts, it's not anymore. But I'm not a big fan of shifting every single hitter, because I think you do have those hitters that have like extreme pull side ground ball activity. Their spray charts are like that. But like if you shifted me, it would not work, because I would just go, okay, ground ball in the 6 hole, like step off the plate, ground ball in the 6 hole. And I could just do that every at bat. It's like, or if they throw me an off speed, I'll just manipulate my path and hit it down at shortstop, because the third baseman still got to play in against me and on the line. So I got a massive hole at shortstop. So what's the difference in the game right now? The difference in the game is Clemson's made 2 errors that have cost them dearly. Georgia Tech has not made any errors. Now, Georgia Tech's still probably winning, but it's maybe a 3-2, 4-2 game. It's 8-2. Who was a better shift beater, you or Brett Phillips? Bro, Brett Phillips had no idea where he was hitting the ball. Like, and I know you're kind of joking, but Brett Phillips, when I tell you, had no idea where he was going to hit the ball. Like, he was just up there swinging. I remember him he hit a home run off a guy. Me and Kirk Neuenhuis, most of you guys know, played in the big leagues for like 7 years. Had a 3-run home run game with the Mets. We were like the 4th and 5th outfielder. Kirk was the 5th outfielder. I was the 4th outfielder. And Brett Phillips and Lewis Brinson and Ryan Cordell were the 3 guys. So we all know how they turned out. They didn't have great careers. We'll say it like that. But anyway, now I'm getting into my bitterness. Brett Phillips hits a bomb. He comes into the dugout. Me and Kirk were playing that day. I think Kirk was DHing, and one of the big prospects had a day off, and I was playing like left or something, or maybe right. And Kirk and I are like, "Hey, Brett, what was that? What pitch did you hit? What was that?" And I'm not kidding, dead serious. He looked us in the eye and was like, "I don't know." He said, I don't know, dude. I don't know what it was." And me and Kirk just kind of looked at each other and we're like, what? What do you mean you don't know what pitch it was? And Kirk told me afterward, he was like, dude, is he trying to like not give us information? Because in his mind, he's like, there's no way you don't know what pitch you hit. You're in AAA. You're a professional hitter. You should know what pitch you hit. I can promise you there was not one pitch I swung at or took that I didn't know what it was. And Kirk looks at me. He's like, dude, is he trying to like not give us information? Like, so that we don't have success? And I looked at him. I was like, dude, I actually believe him. I don't think he knows what he hit. Okay, AC Baseball Buzz. Who's Tech's next pitcher? Haven't seen the white smoke blow yet. We'll let you know when they announce, Nancy. Well, I know they had Carson Ballard warming up, and I think Caden Campbell warming up. So I think it's going to be entirely based on who's coming up for Clemson. If they have a couple lefties coming in, you're going to see Caden Campbell. And if not, you may see Carson Ballard. And you hope that whoever comes in, can finish the game. I think you want to go Carson Ballard to save Campbell for left-handed situations tomorrow. So I think best case scenario, you see Carson Ballard and he finishes it. Great at bat by Caleb Daniel right now. Man, why aren't you commentating the Ole Miss versus Texas game, Ponzi? Because I'm a Georgia Tech guy, bro. And isn't the game over? Didn't Texas just win the game? But welcome back to the stream, Ponze. I don't want to say your name wrong. I know, right? All right. The Texas guys, you know what? High Rule's always back in here, but some of the other Texas guys haven't been back in here since I haven't been talking about a Texas game. Look at this. Oh my gosh, that went foul. 3 righties due up for Clemson. Stick Ballard in there. Yeah, it'll be Ballard. I would not bring Gaudette back in. He gave up no runs, but that inning could have gone a lot worse for Gaudette. Too much English on this ball from Caleb Daniel. Wow, that was so close. Caleb Daniel's like, you got to be kidding me, man. But he's having a great at-bat. I'll give it to him. This is one of his best at-bats of the season. It's 7-3 in the ninth. High rule. We don't ever put the lower score first in baseball. If Texas is winning, it's 7-3. If Ole Miss is winning, it's 7-3. And you say it's 7-3 Ole Miss or it's 7-3 Texas. Right? Or let Gaudette keep chucking sliders. I'm not letting Gaudette chuck sliders. He had like 3 or 4 3-ball counts and a hit batter. An 0-2 hit batter. So I'm not putting Gaudette back out there. Let him gain the confidence from throwing up a 0, but you leave him back out there, disaster could strike. It's going to be Ballard, I think. I don't know why you would bring in Campbell to face 3 righties. And if Ballard puts up a 0, you just throw him back out there. Kyle teaching the fans so charitable. Yeah. I'm just, I'm telling high rule. He's got to know that's you don't want to be the guy that says, oh yeah, Texas is winning 3-7. You just don't want to be that guy. I'm trying to help, If I don't tell you the truth, I don't care about you. Great swing by Curse. Carson Curse has been great. Don't crucify me, Kyle. Palm tree. Nice. Lay it on me, Big H. Thoughts on McElvey? We might see him on Sunday. I don't know. I think it's going to be Shattuck probably, but McElvey was in the conversation for the Sunday role before the season started. That was crushed by Carson Ballard, just like unfortunate. It had to be right to dead center. I want to see a good at-bat out of Burris here. I just want to see him end this game with a good at-bat going into tomorrow. And I want to see him be patient, trust that he's got bat speed. But McElvey's one of those weird pitchers that he's like high 80s, touches a 90, maybe a 91, but he's got that low release ride four seam for a lefty. Yeah, and so Burris, he swings at the worst one he gets. And that's just him. I think he's a little bit antsy. I think after the game, Kyle, that's a great hat. Tell the fans where they can buy it. What's this company? I'll check it. Let me see. My hair is going to look really bad probably, yeah, but 4-7. Okay, that's making a weird noise. 4-7? I don't know. He's trying to do too much tonight, 100%. He's trying to do too much. Want to see Hernandez have a good at-bat here. Would you guys believe it when I told you that I just positioned myself in center field and never had to have a card tell me where to play guys? And what I see happening all the time is I see outfielders playing to the pole side when the majority of balls hit in the air are hit to the opposite field side. So I've never understood that. You have a left fielder with a right-handed hitter up playing on the line. He should be playing in the gap. There's not a lot of balls hit down the right field line down the line in the air to the pull side. YouTube is being odd and saying the first didn't go through. Write it again, Big H. I'd imagine he would. Bus ride back tomorrow afternoon will be a powwow. Good at bat by Hernandez. Because what you don't want Hernandez to do is he's had such a hot start to the year. You don't want him to press and be like, you're not going to hit 500 forever. I'm sorry. You're not going to hit 500 forever in college baseball. And so what you don't want him to think right now is like, oh, I'm 0 for 2 games in a row. I'm in trouble. You're not in trouble, dude. You're still like one of the best hitters in the country statistically. Just relax. And Georgia Tech doing a great job laying off this high breaking ball. And the Clemson fans, the ball's landing at the landing at the letters, and it's a breaking ball, so it's crossing even higher. And the Clemson fans final plate are like, a little fun story. I jumped the carnival fence and got James Tibbs III's last home run he hit at FSU against NC North Carolina in the Supers. That's awesome. I remember at Florida State, I crushed a ball, but that they had that. I don't know if there's at Florida State they still have the big chain link fence in right field. I don't think they do. I could be totally wrong, and they do. But I hit one off I crushed one at Georgia Tech. It would have been in the trees, and I hit it, and it hits the very near the top of that chain link fence. It's like a double fence, and I was just like, "You got to be kidding me!" A hit here would put a dagger in Clemson's heart, 100%, 100%. Oof. Allen not throwing a ton of fastballs, a lot of breaking balls. There it is. Man, Advincula is like... Advincula is so good at hitting that 4-hole, man. He's so good at hitting that 4-hole. Oh, God, what is this pitching? Oh, no, Hyrule, what's going on? I'm going to pull up the Texas live stats. That's a big run right there. Big run. And here comes the pitching change. Let's check the top 9. Ole Miss first 2 batters have reached. I might pull that up on another screen here, actually. Let's pull this up on another screen so we can monitor the situation for all the Texas diehards. Oh my, bases loaded now for Ole Miss. Tying run at the plate with no outs. What's Kent State doing? I got to check the Fighting Zeke Pinkums. I've been texting Zeke. What am I doing? Kent State wins in extras against Central Michigan 11-10. Nice. Big win in the MAC. Miami of Ohio 4-0 in the MAC. I'm pretty sure it's Kent State and Miami, Ohio are kind of the 2 teams picked to win that conference. You went to Texas baseball stats? Oh, man. Yeah, this is tough. It's a tough 9th inning here for Texas. All the Texas diehards, me and my alt accounts. Yeah, probably. I got you, KW. He's a menace to that laptop. This is a desktop, right? This is not a laptop. I got 3 screens going here. I got a screen here. My stream's right here. I got the Georgia Tech game right here. I'm guessing Texas I didn't see. I'm guessing they made a pitching change. How's Palka's team doing? Yeah, they're rough start. Actually, Dusty made a comment. Oh, I got the hiccups now. Dusty made a comment in our group chat with all the guys I played with and was like, Georgia Tech's legit this year, boys. Like, I just don't want to see Rhode Island get out of the regional in Atlanta. With the Nico hiccups, yeah, pretty much. Mark my words now, Florida's been struggling, but watching 7 pitchers and their slowest fastball is 96. Those boys are definitely hitting Omaha. Yeah, they got pitching. They got pitching for days, man. They got pitching for days. I agree. Higgins is on the mound now. Yep. Not a fun situation to come into. Now you got Von Lackey. Flies out. Man, Clemson's outfielders, man, they scare me. When your center fielder is catching a routine fly ball like that, if you guys are watching that, that is a sign of a not great outfielder. When they're like at the last second having to like take a few steps and catch it on the side, that means they're not good in the outfield. If I'm just learning about you, and can you introduce your background, please? Sure. So I played at Georgia Tech. Was a freshman All-American, first team All-ACC there, second or third team All-American, I think my junior year, and got drafted in the 8th round. I played 7 years professionally, 5 years in AAA. Probably should have got a couple shots in the big leagues, but never did. It's kind of that analytics. You know, we were run by a very heavy analytics front office. And I was very much an old school type player, hit for a high average, high on base percentage, but not a lot of slug. I was a speed guy, center fielder. Hit 290 in my career in professional baseball, and then came back when I was done playing, finished my degree at Georgia Tech, coached on staff for 2 seasons. And now I do advising for high school players in the recruiting process, high school and portal guys. Higgins, please clutch this up. Well, I mean, listen, Ole Miss still has a lot to do. They have a lot to do. You know, double play here. You just get a double play here. You're feeling really good. A strikeout's good, but still one swing of the bat can tie it. But he's doing great locating that slider. That was probably down, but you'll take it if you're a Texas fan. Oh, that's really cool. Thanks. Yeah, it's the only reason people listen to me on here. I'll tell you what, when I was live streaming the Texas game, we had like 900 people in here. It was actually insane. All right, you'll take that out there. You'll take that out there. But now you still have one swing of the bat can tie it. Diamond, what Kyle doesn't mention is he also had a tip on Wake's Saturday guy in 21, helped Trust Gonzalez hit his first poke. Yeah, my entire role, I mean, I was like the assistant hitting coach and I coached the outfielders, but my entire role in game was like relaying tips on pitchers to our hitters. He's a scouting legend. Thank you. Thank you, ACC Baseball Buzz. Vandy walks off LSU. Oh my gosh. No way. There's so many good games going on right now. You can't even watch them all. Gaudette's still out there. Wow. If only there was an app to follow all these scores. That's right, Diamond Baseball Stats. Vandy walks off LSU. That's insane. Hey, Hubbard, let's get Will Shire up and moving. Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, I know what I'm talking about here. And Clemson, you can tell Gerald was just sitting slider, right? He just knew slider was coming. Look at this. He's not fooled at all. Because when you see a hitter get fooled on a breaking ball, like they'll kind of be out front on their front hit or on their front leg, and then they'll kind of buy time and then swing. He was just waiting for it. He was just ready for it. Get him out. I'm not leaving him out there another pitch if I'm James. Because things turn around quick. If only I had X. You're right, Hyrule. I think now, if Gaudette lets another base runner reach, you get him out of there. You almost know you're throwing slider here. Oh, he went with a fastball. Ooh. That looked good. Who is the nastiest pitcher you faced? I faced a lot of very nasty pitchers. I mean, Walker Buehler, when he got to AAA, was... I faced him at Vandy his freshman year, and he was very hittable, although he had good stuff. It's like a flat fastball, 94, 95. In AAA, he was like 98 to 100, and like 5 pitches for strikes, and they were all plus or better. So Walker Buehler's up there. Mark Rashimsky was a left-handed pitcher with the Mariners. He was a reliever for a long time in the big leagues, like bowling ball sinker, left on left. I faced him in big league camp in 2017 or 18 with the Brewers, and he was disgusting. But Danny Hultzen I faced in college, and he was unbelievable. One of the best pitchers in college baseball history. Second overall pick, like 3 shoulder surgeries, still made it to the big leagues, even though he was a shell of his former self. Jose Barrios I've hit over 500 against, so he wasn't that nasty to me. Man, you just scared the crap out of me. My last name is Hubbard. Thought AC Baseball was after me. Yeah, hey, he might though. He's one of those guys. He probably knows. He could probably figure stuff out on you real quick. Take him out. Don't need to make this a close game. Come on, one more out for Texas. WSP Extreme. Join us, Hyrule. COC Addict. Welcome to the stream, COC Addict. And Gabby Sanchez saying all the right stuff. He's like, really, the big difference in this game is that, you got 3 home runs for Clemson. They're all solo. And you've played bad defense. You've made base running mistakes. Like, think about the first couple innings getting picked off. Getting picked off first. Purify led off the game with a base hit bunt. Picked off. Von Lackey picks a guy off first base. You make 2 errors in the field. Clemson just not playing clean baseball tonight. When I see that, guys, I said it. When I see an outfielder like on a high fly ball that's routine, like last couple steps, have to like catch it on the side, it drives me insane. Higgins, what are we doing? This is now Ole Miss has a go-ahead run at the plate. No, that's not Caden Campbell, I think. That's Carson Ballard, and who's the other lefty? Ole Miss brings in a pinch runner at first in case there's a ball hitting the gap. Now you're going to be in no doubles. You're going to be in no doubles depth if you're Texas right here, so singles will fall in more than usual, but you're going to try to prevent a double from scoring a guy from first. I'm getting whiplash going like this. Not sure where that slider was. My God, it was right down the middle. Landed bottom of the zone. Oh my. Oh my, Ole Miss. Oh my, Ole Miss. Oh my, Ole Miss grand slam. Ole Miss takes the lead in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. Oh my goodness. COC Addict is me. I used to be obsessed with Clash of Clans when I made the account a few years ago. Dude, I remember when Clash of Clans came out, I was in high, or it might have been out before that, but like everyone in professional baseball started playing that in high A because you're in the clubhouse all day. You got nothing to do. So we get done with BP and everyone's getting on Clash of Clans. And we had this guy on our team who was a big strikeout there for Caden Gaudet. We had this guy on our team who was a former first-round pick of another organization. He was a minor league free agent. And like he had definitely spent a lot of money on his account. I'll say it like that. And his wife would always joke with my girlfriend at the time, but now my wife, like he would be getting texts at 1 o'clock, 2 in the morning, like, hey, send hog riders, send hogs. My dad still plays Clash of Clans. That's hilarious, man. Hyrule's Hyrule says he's so pissed right now. Yeah, I mean, wow, that is. But it's really not Higgins' fault, right? Like Higgins came in, inherited a really bad no-out, bases-loaded situation, and almost got out of it. But Becerra's basically the best hitter in Ole Miss's lineup, and so you got to pitch to him with the game on the line. That was a moonshot too. That was a no-doubter. And Texas is in rough shape now. Still, I mean, they're only down 1, right? But you got 3 outs left to tie it. Hyrule, I'm sorry, brother, but this is going to be a dogfight. Ole Miss is no joke. Like I said, man, Ole Miss is way better. They should be ranked. The fact that they're not ranked is ridiculous. Clash of Clans was serious. We would have clans for the school versus other schools. Yeah. We, I mean, you know, like you have those, you'd have like the clan wars and like everyone's like, you got to get your strategy right, get your base set up right. It was fun, man. It was fun, but it just like, it turned into kind of, it kind of turns into a job, that game. And then like the fact that people spend like the amount of money they spend on that game and a bunch of games like it, you're just like, this is how many people are spending like their futures away on this game. That was a absolute missile nuke. And now if you're Clemson, you know, you've used up a lot of really good bullpen arms in the first 2 games, and you may have nothing to show for it. I was a Clash Royale player. Everyone was too. If you played Clash of Clans, you played Clash Royale. And that game was fun too. But again, it's just like all those games eventually it gets like you're just grinding. You have to like, you actually have to like play it a bunch. I'm Town Hall 17, but haven't touched in a while. Made it to Legends League in top 200,000 in the world. By the way, sorry, Kyle, I bring up the most random combos. That's all right, man. It's all right. I can't even remember what my Town Hall was. I don't even think 17 was a thing when I played that game. It's a fun game, man. It really is. I mean, it is like a strat. There's a lot of strategy to it, but it's just like the reason it was easy to play in professional baseball is because like I always got to the field super early. 7 o'clock game, I got there at like 12 and kind of chilled for 30 minutes, got some early work in, maybe a light workout, and then chilled until BP. And then you're done with BP, and then you have a lot of time if you're home before the game starts. So like you have a lot of downtime. But I just ended up, I would always play cards. I'm a big card guy. My dad plays both of them, and he still plays the beach game. Oh my gosh. How old is your dad, Canes? That's hilarious. I promise on everything he is playing Clash of Clans right now. Heading to bed. See you tomorrow, KW, et al. See ACC Baseball Buzz. I can't believe you're heading to bed before this game's over, though. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Maybe you're just turning off the stream, though. You're going to finish the game. I might have to end the stream if my 4-year-old wakes up. I have to run up there and say, hey, go back to sleep. Run back down real quick. Clemson's got a lot of guys with the velo's not like off the charts, but it gets on hitters. A lot of like ride guys. And you're facing a guy with ride. You cannot, you can't get underneath the baseball. You got to stay above the baseball. Canes, how old is your dad? I want to know how old he is playing Clash of Clans. All right, so Texas is out of it. They have 1 inning left to tie this game. And Ole Miss, look at that. Ole Miss has actually dominated the game, 9 hits to 6. Somehow Texas has scored 7 runs on 6 hits. And Ole Miss has made no errors. And this is where Zuckerman's really grown as a hitter. He's still going to have swing and miss. But he's a lot better now, working deep counts. You're seeing him do that a lot more consistently than he's done in his career. My dad just turned 60. He doesn't play Call of Duty. He plays Clash of Clans. That's hilarious. There's a 60-year-old man out there just grinding Clash of Clans. He went to war versus Noriega in real life. So he's seen some things then. Yeah, that's probably a bit down, but it's just that pitch is going to get called a strike a ton. You gotta fight it off. It's a tough pitch to do anything with. Will Baker matches up against this guy well. Because he kind of has a downhill swing. Ole Miss has their big country closer in the game, 6'5", 200-pound sophomore. I had a leader who was 70-something. It's more popular with older people than you believe. He also fought in war. Oh, my God. So all the war veterans are grinding Clash of Clans, I guess. Something about battle, I guess. I don't know. Scratches an itch. Will Baker swinging 3-0. You can't be late 3-0, and that was a ball, too. Come on. I'm sorry, but I'm not giving 3-0 swings to guys. That was ball 4. And he's even down. He's so downhill. He's chopping underneath that one. So he would have been on base, but he chases 3-0. Don't worry, I'm here now. Wiley Ballard's back. Flashbacks start kicking in, thinking about their war highlights. I don't know if it's highlights for a lot of them. Just a cool 97 from Ole Miss's closer right at your midsection. No outs, 1-1 count for Ole Miss's leadoff hitter, or leadoff in the inning. Wiley Ballard enjoyer, if you didn't miss it, Ole Miss with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Go-ahead grand slam by Becerra, Ole Miss's best hitter. Absolute nuke. Left on left, fastball down and in, and just beautiful swing, like traditional lefty swing. That's where you throw Caleb Daniels right there. That's what you throw him. Fastballs, top of the zone and away. He's got such a vertical path and he's underneath stuff. Right there. There's a gaping hole in that swing, and that's it right there. Anything in that top up and away quadrant or quarter of the zone is a big blue zone for Caleb Daniels. And I don't even have to look at data because I can just from looking at his swing path, like that's going to be the hardest pitch for him to handle is a firm fastball up and away. Canes, how did Miami's generational offense just happen to run into two best pitching staffs in the world the last 2 weeks? Hey, we don't kick Canes while he's down, WBE. Come on. Don't kick a man while he's down. Ole Miss has one out now. And they do get a base runner on. Robbins does leg out an infield single deep in the hole. And you know what's funny is, see, that's a hit almost every time in college. That's a hit never in professional baseball. When you got a Venezuelan or a Dominican playing short, you're out. In AA or AAA, that is never a hit. And it's not even really close. Usually you're like out by a step. Even with guys who can really run. Unbelievable. Just saw the replay of Moonshot big time, but don't count them out yet. Don't count them out yet. Yeah, but it was an absolute nuke, JD. Welcome into the stream. Yeah, it was an absolute bomb. Kyle, do you have a live stream schedule? I want to know when to tune in. I find myself checking on days where there's good baseball. It's typically like Tuesday. I may do, it depends on my, like right now I'm a little bit in flux with schedule. So there's an issue where I don't know for sure when I can stream, but I try to do it at least like Tuesdays and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or like today I did Thursday, or this week I did Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll probably do one later and then maybe Sunday. We'll see. And Carson Ballard in to close it out for Clemson or for Georgia Tech. And Texas, Robbins steals second base. 2-0 count to the hitter. Tying run is in scoring position. And I'm not sure what happened on that. Robbins stole second. And there wasn't even a throwdown. Like the infielders weren't communicating. How much do turf fields at amateur level factor into deteriorated quality of fielders in pro ball? Got to be a big negative on defensive development. It's a massive negative. Yeah, and Texas's hitter is hurt. He needs to get pulled right now. He is hurt. I don't know who this guy is for Texas, but he is. Looks like there's something wrong with one of his hands is really messed up. He's hurt. But with turf, the ball skips. So when a ground ball's hit, it doesn't slow down as much, so you don't have to gain ground on it. And you're getting easy hops every time. You're not getting a tough hop in the dirt. So just development-wise, you create a lot of bad habits on turf. And now all these high school kids, all they do is play on turf all summer. And if I'm Ole Miss right now, I'm just throwing fastball in. With the swings I've seen from this hitter for Texas, something's hurting him. Opposite of the stories of stud Latin guys who grew up fielding grounders in cow pastures. Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure why we let that hitter hit. He was definitely hurt. Look at his recoil after his swing. Yeah, and they're fielding with a cardboard glove. Like Mariano Rivera, the best video ever is him showing the glove he grew up playing with, and it's like a cardboard, and it's like got a hole in it for his finger, and he would catch it with cardboard. So you wonder why they're good. Like they're playing with stuff like that in a cow pasture. Super chat from Big H, $5. Thanks, Big H. Want to show my appreciation. Love your streams and enjoy talking to everyone in the chats. Thank you, Big H. I appreciate that, man. I enjoy it too. That's why I do it. I'm just not sure why Texas allowed that guy to keep hitting. I mean, it was very obvious he was hurt. And this has been Ballard for Georgia Tech. This has been kind of his Achilles heel. I love him as a pitcher. I think he throws strikes. His velo's up around 94. Throws everything for a strike, but he does give up a lot of contact. Like hitters just see his stuff really well. Like he always is not as good as I think he's going to be. Nice fake super chat from Wiley Ballard. Enjoy. Eric Bakich is less straight than Mayor Pete. Oh, well, I don't think that's true. And you see how every one of Clemson's hitters is just on the barrel. That's how you know, like, they're seeing it. They're seeing it well. So if you're Georgia Tech, like that's the issue with Ballard his whole career. He throws strikes. Everything looks like it should play well, but guys just seem to hit him hard. And so he can't be like a high leverage guy. He can come in situations like this and cover some innings, and you know he's going to throw strikes. And that's the game. Georgia Tech wins 9-3. Credit Georgia Tech pitching staff, too. In 16 innings this weekend, they've given up 3 runs. Georgia Tech did get out hit by Clemson 9-8, although 2 of those came in the 9th there. But the Georgia Tech offense, man, just keeps on slugging. And a huge series win for Georgia Tech. Big at bat here in the Texas Ole Miss game. 2-2 count. Now 3-2. Great series W. And Texas ties it up. Texas ties it up. We're not done tonight, guys. We're not done. Texas ties it up. Clutch. Wow. Oh, my gosh. And you know what? Robbins, that is all Robbins. Stealing second base there. Big situation. And to be honest, Ole Miss defense kind of being caught off guard by that. Texas fans going crazy on that base hit. And Ole Miss has shifted and up. Ole Miss has shifted up the middle, or that's just a ground ball right at the second baseman. Now, does Texas have some magic here for a walk-off? Oh, man, fastball right down the middle. Even if y'all lose this game of the day on a loaded weekend, should take pride in that win or loss. Yeah, I mean, Texas has proven that they got guts, man. They are tough. A lot of teams would just roll over and die after that grand slam. Like, that's not a dagger through your heart. That is a hammer to your chest. And they just found a way to get this game tied. Palm trees in the chat for that? Oh, Lord. Oh, tough strike call there on Texas. That was not a strike. And now I'm going to bring the Texas game onto my main screen. I may have to go to sleep before this game's over, though, to be honest. Would like to see a double in the gap here and a play at the plate. That would be great. Texas got something going. What's the screen setup look like? So I have a horizontal monitor in front of me, horizontal monitor right here, and then I have a vertical monitor right here. So I got 3. Wait until this inning is over at least. Oh, I'm definitely waiting until this inning is over. It is an hour later where I am than it is for you, Hyrule. So it is 11:20 right now, which is about the time I usually go to sleep. So it's not like I'm dying here, but I don't know if anyone else is watching this game. Is this Wiley Ballard on the call? This play-by-play guy sounds exactly like Wiley. I think it is Wiley. I think Wiley is a play-by-play guy. How do you take a first pitch fastball right down the middle? I don't understand. The winning run is on second. Can't confirm Wiley's on the call in Austin. Yeah, I'm like this. I heard his voice and I'm like, that's Wiley. And so this is what college hitters do that is bad. 0-0, fastball down the middle, you take it. 0-1, you chase a fastball up out of the zone. I don't know who this analyst is, but my God. He just said the triangle. He said top of the triangle. I've literally never heard someone say that before. I've been around the game my entire life. I've been around Major League Baseball my whole life. I've never heard someone refer to it as a triangle. Hanging slider. Texas guy, color guy is not great for Texas. I don't know who it is. Yeah, I don't know who it is either. But I've been listening for 5 minutes, and I'm like, we're going to extras. And this is where all the broadcasters, like all the production staff, is in the headset saying, "No, please, no, please, no, please, no." At least you got the time. Yeah, 100. What do you mean? 100%, bro. That's a win for an inning. You give up a huge lead, or not a huge lead, but a 4-run lead, and you don't just give up the lead. You're actually losing with 3 outs to go, and you tie it up with 2 outs. A lot of grit, showing a lot of grit. Have a feeling that a walk-off home run is coming in the 10th. Now watch, I'll change the title to Texas versus Ole Miss. Actually, it's not even worth it, but if I had Texas Ole Miss on here, we'd have like so many more people on here. Now, can Ole Miss answer? Right? Can Ole Miss answer? Now we'll see if Ole Miss can stay in it. We're thinking very much alike, JD. FMK, Chelsea Clinton, Michelle Obama, AOC. I'm going to pass on that question. I mean, we're like there's no question who F is though, right? There's no question. There's no question. And I know you know what I'm thinking, WBE. Oh my gosh. High rule on a scale of 1 to 10, how much is your stomach curling right now? Yeah, he's nervous. He's nervous as hell. Good change up. Great change up. Wiley's so good at the play-by-play. Last inning, 10. Now 7. Yeah. Well, now it's like a 5 or a 6 because you got the leadoff hitter out. Yeah, so this pitcher for Texas is going to be really, really tough to pick up. He's got a very high slot release. So his fastball is going to be downhill. So from the hitter's perspective, it looks like it's going to be low and it ends up a strike. His changeup's going to play off that really good, really well, I should say. And he's like in the mid 90s. His slider's around 90. And it's a downer slider too. It doesn't look like it's that sharp. Like changeup looks like it's a better pitch. I'll answer at Willie. F Chelsea, K Michelle, Mario. You can't do, what do you mean? It's AOC, Clinton, and Michelle Obama. My F is not Chelsea, I'll tell you that. That's an easy decision. Big H, you've been drinking the Argentinian red tonight? Oh, man, there's nothing like an Argentinian red. A Malbec? A little Malbec? Yeah, that changeup's good. Oh, that might have been a slider. The bottom's just falling out of these things. If I'm Texas, I just don't want to see Becerra get back up to the plate. My God. Yeah, so his changeup's more like 85-ish. AOC is the clear F, man. Come on. Oh man, I think I'm gonna watch Texas hit, and then I'm hitting the can, and that may not be the right reference. Hitting the hay, not hitting the can. Slider's kind of like, that was like more cutter-ish. It's kind of like a mix. Nothing like a good buzz on a good baseball night. Facts. Oh my goodness. Home plate umpire is Jeff Head. He's been an SEC umpire for a while now. He was actually an umpire in the American Association my last year in professional baseball and indie ball, and he threw me out of a couple games. Oh, this is late night baseball stream now. WBE coming in with that quote. I definitely did not say that. I did not say that. WBE's been in the Argentinian red, I think. All right, we'll see if Texas can do it here. Let's check some of these other scores, actually. Okay, let me get back up to the top 25. Okay, so Auburn won 2-0. Arkansas State takes game 1 against Southern Miss in opening up Sun Belt play. That's a huge, huge win for Arkansas State. Arkansas ended up walking off Mississippi State. Oklahoma beats Texas A&M. They came back late and won 8-7. Vanderbilt beats LSU 13-12. What a game. I mean, that was like LSU was winning, then Vandy was winning, then LSU was winning, then Vandy came back and won it at the end. Wow, that's LSU is the LSU fan base is in shambles right now. I don't even want to see what the LSU fan base is. LSU and Vandy both deserve to lose. Hyrule says, I'm going to start drinking if Texas wins or loses. One shot for every run tomorrow if it's a night game. I'll do one for every Ole Miss run at Hyrule. I guess there was in the Ole Miss A&M game, both coaching staffs were yelling expletives at each other. And Texas, great start to the inning. Leadoff hitter is aboard. But check this out, guys. Elite Sports Advising After Dark, yeah. Michael Early was out on the field yelling at Oklahoma's coaches, and one of Oklahoma's coaches was saying, "Let's go, let's go." Wait, and Vandy hit a bottom. Dude, what's up with all these walk-off home runs or game-tying home runs? Vandy hit a walk-off home run, 2-run homer, down 1 in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. Dude, what is going on in these games? There's some crazy finishes. Holy cow, man. It's a bad look for, I don't know, both staffs for Oklahoma and A&M. I don't know what started it, but like I talk a lot about how college baseball now, all these kids are like all fake rah-rah, fake tough. They're all talking trash to each other, and so it's not a good look when the coaches are doing it. I'm sure someone was in the wrong there, but Canes is shopping and listening at the same time. Nice. Big H, I'm a man of faith. I was joking. Well, you could be a man of faith and have a few drinks, but I understand what you're saying. Vandy's walk-off was majestic too. Yes, it was. I just saw it. Amen. I am too. Just like to let loose every once in a while. Yeah, same. Canes, what you shopping for? We don't want to know. We don't know what we want. We don't want to know what Canes is shopping for. Maddox Mansour, one of my former clients, I think is pinch running at first, maybe, or he's in the game at first. I'll send you photos. No, you don't want photos sent. JD says absolutely the same. Canes, are you in the Discord? Canes, I think he is in the Discord. Hyrule, no, I am contractually obligated not to because I go to a Christian school that makes me sign an agreement not to, or I lose my scholarship. Is that are you in college, Hyrule? That's pretty strict for a college if that's the case. I mean, I understand in high school because you're not 21, so, but in college, is it until you're 21? Kyle, we're over 100 viewers, WBE effect. Yeah, I got to check the X stream. For some reason on my streaming software, it doesn't pick up how many people are watching on X. I just see the YouTube viewers. Yeah, we are over 100 on X. Okay, it's a college. I wanted to put gas before it went up another 20 cents tomorrow morning, so I decided to go shopping. Yeah, for real. Fill up your tanks, man. I saw the price. I drive a diesel truck now, which I love. It's every time I get in it, I'm like, I love this truck. But I saw the price of diesel over the last couple days, and I'm like, yikes. That is not fun. It's basically gone up 50%. No, it's until you graduate. Holy cow. Is it like Liberty or something? My uncle went to Liberty. He played football and baseball there. And I played in Lynchburg, Virginia, which obviously is right where Liberty is. Well, Texas does have the tying run on second now. I got to let my dog out of this room. I'll let him out in a second. See what happens here. I just paid 79 on my truck. I love it. Last week I paid 45. Yeah, it's crazy. It's gone up so much. Like gas was finally getting down below 3 pretty consistently. And it's just obviously with Iran being a massive oil producer and that the Strait of Hormuz being incredibly important is not great. FSU allows drinks in the goddamn classrooms. At TSC right now, hoping to be a firefighter. Then maybe I can put out the dumpster fire that is FSU football. What make and model truck you rocking with? GMC Sierra 1500 diesel. Guys, when Kyle lets his dog out, he said I'm in. Well, after this half inning, I'm going to sleep. So I go to Boise College in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. Gas was always $2.40, $2.70 down here, dirt cheap. Yeah, it was down up in Atlanta. It was around $2.70, and now it's like $3.50, I think. And they're going to the 11th. All right, guys, I got to go to sleep. Thanks for joining. I will see you guys later. Have a good rest of your night. Stay tuned.